Hey, I'm Ryan. This is my brother Daniel, and this is Rolls in the Family, and it is a sibling extravaganza today, as we have another sibling on the channel. Our sister Kaitlyn is joining us to talk about her favorite board games.
One of 17 siblings that we could have on the channel.
Yeah. No, for those counting at home, there are 4 of us. We're 3 for 4, 75%, pretty good.
Yeah, comment down below if you want the 4th to get on.
It's a passing grade.
I don't think he'd want
get
that.
degrees.
Yeah, C's get degrees. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Kaitlyn's favorite games of all time. She did this last year, actually. So we actually get to see, did things
We've got
move?
data now.
Yeah, we've got data. So it'll be interesting to see how things possibly changed. We'll have links to all the games that we talked about in the description below if you want to check them out. Maybe your tastes are nothing like Daniel and my tastes, but exactly.
If there's one thing our commenters
Like
have let us
Kaitlyn.
know is we have horrible taste.
Yes, yes. But I think that is about it for intro. Let's jump in with Kaitlyn's number 20 game of all time.
Oh man, has there been movement in my games?
A lot of movement.
A lot of
I
movement.
like that.
We need drama. on
Lots
the
of
channel.
drama.
Yes. This year of gaming has brought lots of movement.
Okay. Let's
So
hear
number
it.
20, it made my top 20 last year,
Okay.
Okay.
but it's dropped
Ooh.
in my top 20.
Okay.
Daniel loves this game. One of his favorite games.
Okay.
No, Daniel, you hate it. But number
Okay. What's number 20? Let's hear it.
number 20 goes to Mysterium.
Mysterium. Yes, Daniel's not a big Mysterium fan. Okay. So, what do you like about Mysterium?
I mentioned this last year. I like to be the ghost.
That's true.
I like to give the clue giving and figure out ways to help my fellow players guess their person, their place, and then their object.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very fascinating take on the kind of the clue-like game, where it's the person, the location, and the weapon that you want to guess, and then there ends up being one solution for the murderer and all that. So I think it's just a very fascinating style, and it's the Dixit style cards that I enjoy the art style of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play a lot of these Dixit style games, and Mysterium's another one of them that lets you use these fun cards to kind of give clues. I think Mysterium, at least kind of early on when it was in my collection, it was kind of the one that was cooperative out of the ones that we played. But we now sometimes kind of proxy the Onironauts game that's kind of a cooperative version of Dixit. But Mysterium kind of still remains, if you want to have a cooperative experience.
Yeah. What was Mysterium last year for you?
I believe it was 14.
Okay, so dropped a little bit.
So
But
it dropped 6. Almost didn't make it.
almost didn't make it.
Yeah,
I
we'll
would,
see.
I
I'm
would not have
interested to see-
complained.
Interested to see how much party game representation is here. But yeah, I haven't played Mysterium in a while, but it's the times it comes to the table, especially if I'm playing with players that haven't played it before, it usually goes over pretty well.
Yeah. I actually, it's funny. Sometimes you step into a bit of like saying you don't like something, and then you
There's
don't
one
actually.
thing Daniel hates.
There's one thing Daniel hates where it's like I really don't actually like I could play a game of Mysterium and probably have a good time, but I just remember having those moments of it, where the groups all kind of working together, and so it almost felt like there weren't a lot of like I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't contributing much, which probably is just a revelation of my poor Mysterium
Step up
skills.
and,
Yeah. So, but it is a cool game. Especially, I enjoyed the clue giving side of it more. That was really fun.
Nice. Mysterium.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Onwards.
Onwards and forwards to number 19. I believe this was also my list last year.
Okay.
Because I think I made the mistake of saying it's a Dixit spinoff, but I'm not exactly positive. But it's a Super Spark kind of game.
Oh yeah.
And
I have no idea.
sparking.
It's got sparking.
We get really excited when we super spark.
Yes, this is a good clue.
Number 19 goes to Stella.
Stella.
Wow,
that is definitely a Dixit like.
Maybe all 20 of her top games are going to be Dixit like
all
games.
Dixit style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually Stella, a Dixit universe is like the full title.
Right.
Yes, this is a newer one. I'm interested to hear kind of what you like specifically about Stella.
Yeah, I think it works well with a lot of groups. And we played it with our young adult group after our Bible study. And it's so fun to super spark and try to look at each card and be like, what from this card goes with the matching word, the clue for the round. And there's sometimes where you get words where you're like, none of these cards fit this word. I remember that was last
or
game
if you're
for me.
Daniel, you're like, all of these cards match.
Yeah, and then it's just like going through picking which one you want to say first. Like, okay, you typically go with your most confident one, but if you don't start the round, typically your most confident one is the other one people are confident on. So then you're slowly going down the line, being like, okay, I have one left. This is the one I kind of Hail Married on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you press it, and then there's that one other person that will go, I did that too, and you're like, super smart.
I know. That's what it's funny. We just did a review of Stella, right? Did we release?
I don't think it'll be posted at the time we post this.
Spoiler!
But here you go. You got a window into this year's content.
But I know that's one of the things we talked about is that group moment of super sparking is just amazing. It's such a great feeling, such a great mechanism that delivers an exciting moment in the game. Stella is one that, as opposed to Mysterium, I really enjoy Stella. That was honestly shocking, I think, how much we liked it. Especially when you're always a little skeptical when it's like, oh, a game like like we've already had Dixit, we already had Mysterium. It's like, what could a new, formula on this type of cards with those art style do? It does it really well. So if people like that style of card, Stella, I feel like is one you really have to check out.
Or if you liked the concept of Dixit but didn't like coming up with your own clues. Yeah, Stella is a great option because it selects a word for the round. You don't have to come up with your own clues.
Yeah.
So nice. If we've learned so far, Kaitlyn likes Dixit cards.
Let's see. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it rolling.
Keep it going.
Yeah. All right. Well, number 18 is a significant drop. It was in my top 10 last year.
Okay.
A significant drop. I haven't played it with you guys in years, but I played it with my boyfriend's roommate for a while. And we played with the group there. But once again, we got some funky looking aliens. It warms my heart that it was still at least in my top 20. But number 18 goes to Cosmic Encounter.
Oh, very nice.
Cosmic.
It's just, I don't know, something about the aliens and the different powers you can see each game.
Yeah.
And all of that. And just, it's fun to team up with people and potentially make one person lose, or you could go for a solo win.
Yeah, because your boyfriend and them that. I mean, that was a new group playing Cosmic, right? Like you were the only one that had played for. So that's kind of fun. I mean, that's something I've said to you, Ryan. Is I would love to get a new group and just start fresh again into Cosmic and kind of get to experience that with a new group.
It is fun to see it with a different group for sure. Teaching the game, I was reminded of how much I liked it again because I hadn't played it for years.
Mm-hmm.
But after playing another game with that group, it was a Catan. He was like, "Oh, what other games do you play?" After he found out I was super into board games,
and you're like,
"This is." I was like,
"Let me tell you."
Let me tell you. And so then he bought that one after I mentioned it to him, and then he got a few more actually. I think it was for Christmas. He got Pandemic.
You gave him a Rolls in the Family business card, right?
Yeah, I was like,
I think I've got one on me. Yeah. Yeah, it's I tell you what, that one is high up for me of just games I would love to play again. I just have not played Cosmic in so long, and I've maybe it won't deliver to the memories. I feel sometimes the memories of Cosmic are almost better than what the actual game will give you. Yeah. But man, we have a history with Cosmic.
We got a history with Cosmic. I mean, I think I'm in the ballpark of 180 something plays.
Jeez.
And those are very concentrated within a 2-year period when I was in college.
Very unhealthy.
It's a lot less frequently. But it is one of those games that it's always going to be in my collection. I'm never going to get rid of it, partly because of all the history with it, and there's just nothing even close to being like it.
No.
It's so unique.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes we are, if you're a viewer of the channel, we love variability, and my gosh, it's
got a lot of variability.
It's got a lot of variability with those aliens, so it is a delight. Great choice, Kaitlyn. Great choice.
Thank you. Yeah. Okie dokie. Number 17. this might be the biggest fall in my games. It was originally I think it was my top 5 last year.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a significant fall.
Yeah.
It's a significant drop.
Wow.
See, what happened, Kaitlyn?
Yeah,
Well,
here we go. Let's see.
Here's the thing. I can only play this game with a certain group of people. I don't enjoy it anymore if I play it with other people.
Now, the question is, which side of that are we on? Are we the he enjoys
if it's the
playing
game I'm
it? Or?
thinking of, I don't think I'm in that group.
You are correct, Daniel. You are not in this group.
Okay.
Neither are you, Ryan.
Oh, dang
Yeah,
it.
I don't think either of us are in it.
Yeah, it's just I played it with such a core group throughout COVID, and like that was the group. We pulled it out once with a different group. Our parents and I did, and it was just. No offense if the person's watching this video.
It just was not the same.
worst
Well, don't name drop them. Yeah, you gotta tell us. You gotta tell us the game,
leave the name of
Caitlyn.
the person
You gotta
down
tell
in
us
the
the game
description.
here. I think I know what it is.
Okay, Caitlyn, yeah, you gotta say the game.
I think the person knows.
What
But
game are we talking about?
this is Time's Up Title Recall.
Yeah.
Mm,
Wow, that's a
It's-
huge drop.
Yeah, I think it was my number 5 last year. So it's dropped 12 spots. But I can't play it with any other people.
I never get to play it because it's a party game that my wife doesn't really like, and so there aren't very many situations I'm in like party game setting, but also my wife isn't there. It is interesting. It reminds me a little bit of you hear people that like have played a board game online a lot, and they're like, oh, I played it so many times online that then when I play it with my normal group, it kind of ruined it because I am at this different level than I didn't really develop with my group. I feel like that happened a little bit with you guys at Time's Up. Of you guys played 4 players like so many times during that COVID stretch.
Every Saturday.
That going back to just like the casual pickup games like wasn't the same ever again.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Good game though.
But good game in general. I like the clue giving and the ways you have to how the rounds progress. I think it's a very well designed game, but yeah,
It's still in your top 20.
And it's still my top 20. It's still got some love. So.
Yeah, I mean,
though admittedly, the group you're speaking of saying you would play it with is not a group that's likely to happen often.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anymore.
Yeah.
So. It's not every Saturday anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Unfortunately not.
I mean, Time's Up. I mean, if you've seen our list, I mean, that's, I believe, still my top party game. It has delivered the best party moments that I've ever had in a game like that. So I am saddened to hear the fall, but happy it made the list.
Yes.
And still some strong party game representation here out of the gate.
It's true.
It's true.
Cosmic is almost a party.
It's like, it's true. It's true.
It's like a gamer's party game.
Okay.
Okie dokie. On to my number 16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this was on my list last year.
Do we have a new entry?
This might be the first new entry.
Maybe
so. Alrighty. Well, I guess you guys can watch last year's video and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, go quick watch the entire video from last year.
And then comment down below.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so this game, it's a lot of luck. And it gets different variability from what the chips can do for each game. But number 16 goes to the Quacks of Quedlinburg.
So Quedlinburg.
Interesting.
I feel like this would have been on your list last year, but I guess I don't know.
I was like, I feel like it would have, but I don't think it was.
Maybe.
Very nice.
Okay, we
Oh, no, it was. Because last year I said I cannot play with the herbs and witches.
Oh, the herb witches.
That ruins the game for me.
Ruins the game.
I like the base game.
Yeah, the herb witches don't see a lot of action in
it's
our
so sad,
Quacks.
Ryan. Like, I've got it too. And
With the right group, it is kind of fun, but
yeah.
Okay,
Kaitlyn.
Tell us what you do like about Quacks.
Yeah. Well, I like to push my luck, and in this game, you can do that. But I like the different variabilities of like how you can get the chips to line up.
Mm-hmm.
With like the reds being like, oh, add 2 or add the previous chip to this if you get like, and how just all the chips can line up. And
right.
It's just so fun. Like when you draw from the bag, you're like, okay, just one more, and then you get like the 6th pumpkin, or then you launch ahead.
Yeah.
I just enjoy that like push your luck aspect, kind of go around, but also you're not supposed to look at the people around you when they're stopping or where they are. you're playing with people, but you're also kind of in your own little world pushing your luck.
Yeah. There's like no downtime because you're just
Right.
like everybody goes at the same time.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And in some ways, I mean, again, this is kind of games a part, has a bit of a party feel to when you're playing it. I just played this not too long ago, and I was amazed because the game does have great, just variability, the different ingredients. But we played with a group where we played the game. Actually, it might have been with our mom.
Yeah, I think it was. I remember.
I think
you
it was.
mentioning this.
We played the game, and then she's like, I want to play again. So I was about to, change up the ingredients. She's like, no, let's just keep it the same so that I don't have to learn new ingredients. And so we played with the exact same setup. And I was worried at first, like, oh, is this gonna like not be super fun? It was great because you can go different paths. Like, the first game, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this strategy, and then this game, I was like, you know what, this time I'm gonna go kind of this route and whatnot. So even with that, the game does not tire of, you just every single time it consistently delivers a great experience.
Yeah, I think we've said in the past, like the frequency, the rate at which this game gives you like dopamine hits of
it's unhealthy.
It's
Ryan.
just like draw, and you're like trying to manipulate your probabilities to get these nice combos, and it's probably rewiring our brains in really negative ways for our well-being.
Or it's attaching dopamine hits to family, right? And
to
those
family,
right?
Cheers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I would say the only downside though is when you get those really unlucky games, it's just like white chip.
Yeah.
White chip.
Can
You're
happen.
like, wow, I have like 10 other chips in the bag that are colored.
And
I
as
got
long as
all
you've
my
played
white
Quacks
chips.
quite a few times, you're like, that's not every game.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's sad when you have somebody that's playing for the first time that's having one of those games, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's not always like
Well,
that.
especially once you learn that you can just look in the bag when you're pulling.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah,
no
so
There's a
one.
lot of
actually-
games that become more fun.
I just toss my white chips actually when you guys aren't looking.
Yeah.
That's how I get so far ahead.
Makes sense.
Nice.
Very nice. Great game.
Quacks, good solid entry.
Yes.
Okay.
We got a new game.
New game.
New
What number are we
game.
on?
Number 15.
An actual
15.
new game. Quacks
An
is not
actual
a
new game. This is an actual new game. And I just, as I was going through this, picking and choosing between all my games, I just was thinking how much I like this game. And it's 4 people that can play in total, and you have your different heroes that have to go and retrieve the gems or the land on the life pods.
You should
I
just say
probably
the
do
name
a
of the game.
horrible description.
My brain
It's
is
okay.
blank.
We don't need to guess.
But number 15 goes to Mechs versus Minions.
Oh, Mechs
Very
versus
nice.
Minions.
I was just thinking last night of how you pick up your maneuvers for what you want to do, like corkscrew or lightning, and you're doing all that. But then if you get damaged, you have to roll and then put the hit in that thing, and all of a sudden you have this random move or maneuver thrown into your rotation.
Yeah, it might win the award for game that it's most fun to get hurt in.
Actually, no, that's Galaxy Trucker for me.
That is absolutely not Galaxy Trucker.
I loved watching our ships get blown
Yeah.
to smithereens.
Yes.
But it is fun for me to watch us get injured in that because I love the chaos it causes. You think I'm executing this perfect maneuver, then you get injured, turn 90 degrees, and you're lightning into the wall.
Mhm.
Well,
Or pushing your teammate.
Oh,
and
it's
now
hilarious.
Their whole
Teammates.
programming row
Yeah.
is kind of messed up.
funny.
Yeah.
But it does add this chaos. That said, there's a lot of control in this game, and I think that's what makes it fun. Is you feel like you can make things work. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got this thing happening, but I can accomplish this task,
Yeah.
or we can work together. And I still haven't played all the scenarios in my copy because you can play the same one over and over again. It's still
Right.
tons of fun.
And when you're able to take those you get hurt and now you have this, but when you're then able to weave it into actually being almost maybe even a benefit, I'm gonna use this extra rotation to do that. It's super cool. I tell you what, this game I think is super. Now maybe it's not smart to call something underrated when it is very highly rated on
And
board game.
people can't get it.
And people can't get it. So this is a horrible description. Discard everything I'm about to say. I think this game's underrated. But what I mean by underrated is just I think sometimes people see the big box and think like either complex but man, this is really one of the most accessible games. Like I've had like people newer to board gaming where this was the choice and it was a blast. Now they were terrified when I dropped the box on the table and they're like, what in the world? But man, I agree with you, Kaitlyn. Like it's just, I feel like, man, I shouldn't say this about every single game we talk about today, but it also has a great party feel at the table. Like just and
Kaitlyn loves a good party.
But just like that group dynamic, right? Of this game gets people laughing, I think, more so than a lot of non-party games. Which is fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a good one.
If you ever find a secondhand copy of Mechs vs. Minions for a reasonable price,
no,
we recommend. Yeah,
regardless.
We recommend buying it immediately.
Yep.
Alrighty, number 14. This is another party game.
Oh man!
And it's new to your collection. Was it in March?
I know one that's new to my collection that you hated, so it's probably not that one.
It's not that one. Definitely not that one.
Yes.
I don't even think that made the list.
No. Yeah.
But this is great for all ages, from your son all the way up to our dad. Just
even our
all
dad.
Of us are able to
wow.
Oh, wow.
Even our dad. But this is a great game. You can get 6 people together of any age and tumble your way down the board.
And tumble some dice.
Oh, gosh. Yep.
Yes. Number 14. Tumbling dice.
Nice. This is a new... I mean, I've only had this for like
smash
a little over a month, but holy cow, has it seen some play in the last
This
month.
might rival our Agricola plays in the early days, Ryan.
Yeah.
We were playing it 3 times
I've
a day.
already played Tumbling Dice more times than I've played Agricola in my life.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so Kaitlyn, you've played it quite a bit.
I have.
What is it about it that just works for you?
I think I enjoy the aspect that so many ages can play it. And your son, jeez,
he's a beast.
So good.
Yeah, such a beast, man.
He's been
so
in a little bit of a
good at
slump lately. He's been
well, you go reprimand him and then get him back on
we'll
track.
get on that.
Get back on the track. Gotta go back to
Do
training.
you want dinner tonight, Toby?
But seeing even like, because our dad's not a huge board game person, but how much he likes it too, and like already wants to take one of the 6 slots.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like his favorite game.
It could be. Sequence no more.
Sequence no more. Dethroned.
Dethroned.
Wow. But yeah, and just like, I really focus on flicking that die.
Yeah, and Kaitlyn goes for other people. You approach this with more aggression than a lot of other players do.
Okay, first off, one, I shoot at other people because I'm like, they're a backboard for me right now.
Yeah, it's strategic.
That's good.
2, if I'm shooting at you, it's because you flung one of my dice off the board. I'm like, revenge.
It's strategic, but it's
The dish
also
best
like
served
you watch it happening, and you're like, this is also spiteful.
Oh, there's definitely vengeance behind
Yeah.
how when you're cocking your finger back and like you can see the muscles in your finger like bulging out. That's
yeah.
Or you're doing that and you're like, okay, I'm gonna hit this really hard, and you flick, and then it just drops immediately onto the time.
It is funny, the window between flicking too hard and flicking not hard enough in this game is really a narrow thing.
No, it's amazing. So I just played this game for the first time, when I was out in visiting you guys about a month ago, and oh my gosh, it's one of those things. It's not new. This game's been around for a long time, but absolute smash hit. I mean, it's to me, it's a must buy. It is an amazing group game. And like you said, Kaitlyn, anyone can really join in and play it, and which just makes it it's fun to watch. Like even if you're the one not playing, it's fun to it's got a really great balance of skill and also just kind of obviously the luck of how your die lands, but wow, this one really has been
it's a great
awesome
kind of icebreaker game. Like you can just pull it out in a lot of social situations and have it go over really well with people that are just kind of hanging out. So glad you like it. So do a lot of other people in our family.
It's a winner.
Yep.
It's a winner.
Yeah. All right, we're number 13.
13.
This did make my list last year. I still enjoy this game. Number 13 goes to Catan.
Catan.
Yeah, and this is an interesting one because of things on the list, it's probably the one that most gets onto your list apart from gaming with us and games that we've introduced.
I can count on one hand the amount of times I've played Catan.
I think I can count on one finger.
Really? How many times?
Yeah.
How do you count?
I have a system for counting in binary.
You don't want to look at Ryan's finger. It's a little creepy.
Yeah. Should get that checked out. But yeah, you had a stretch where you were playing Catan with another group and really found that you liked it.
I did, yeah. I played it years ago with a couple that used to be here that I was friends with, but then it came back recently again last year. And I mean, it's a good game. I think it's simple. I think it's another good kind of introduction game into the gaming world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, rolling the dice for resources, and like the 7, you get the robber. And if you have more than 7 cards in your hand, you have to discard half of them.
Yeah.
So I think there's good aspects of the game. But yeah, I think it's just
I mean, there's a reason why so many people love it. I mean, it's a very popular game.
It is.
And, you know, even going back 10 years or so, it was kind of the one hobby niche game that people had like heard of and kind of associated with it.
I realized I don't have a lot of games that have active like trading, like in like real to where it's like kind of that.
You got a copy of Millennium Blades though.
I did. That's true. Yeah. Although, well, I guess that's
you can actively trade in that. I guess it doesn't.
Oh, you can. I'm not even sure I knew that. But I realized I actually really enjoy that element of like, oh, kind of this live, like I'll give you this and this, and then oh, you're making these trades and stuff. Now, if you have the wrong group, you could, you know,
it's one of those fragile game mechanisms.
Like I feel like, and I don't know if Kaitlyn, if your group ever experienced this, whether it's like the robber or with trading, where like you could just decide like, oh yeah, we're just gonna ruin a player, or like by either completely shutting them out of trading or, you know, putting the robber in like the worst spot.
Definitely a little bit of that.
But see, Kaitlyn likes that. That's a feature.
Yeah, wait a second. Kaitlyn's like, I never saw that as a problem because I was the one doing
it.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's just a good game.
Nice.
Except when I get blocked and like.
Have all your games been just base game Catan, like not any of the
there's no expansions. But yeah, no, they've been good. I've enjoyed them.
Very cool.
Number 12. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Oh. Is it falling out of the top 10?
It's fallen out of the top 10.
This is what I think it is. Wow, this would be really sad for Ryan.
I'm glad it's still in here.
I was at least it's still my top 20, but it has fallen.
Wow.
She knows we won't invite her back on the channel if we.
This is definitely the last time. Surprised we didn't just cut the video right here. Don't even let her speak that blasphemy from her mouth.
You'll fix this. You'll fix this in post.
That's true. It's amazing what AI can do these days.
Just move it up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Number 12 goes to Agricola.
Good old Agricola.
Agricola. Still in my top 20.
By far the lowest of languish ratings of this game.
It is currently. Yeah.
I enjoy the game, and I've just decided I'm approaching it from, I don't care if I win anymore. I just want to do my best. Because often,
good mindset.
No matter how well I do, Ryan figures out some way.
He's the worst.
It is. I mean,
Ryan is the worst, man. Comment down below if you
agree. It isn't just me.
Big thumbs up for the video if you agree.
Smash that like button if you agree.
Yeah, I mean, in your defense, I mean, it is impressive to have this game up so high. When that is a real reason to enjoy a game less is when it's like you're just not winning the game a lot or feeling like you have a chance to win. Though you've come close.
Yeah. There was one game relatively recently within our last maybe 2 games we've played where I was convinced I could win this. I'm doing
it's
really
a dangerous
well.
Thought.
Yeah,
and then Ryan's like. Actually.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good game. And I'm definitely a lot better than I used to be.
It's true.
I definitely did not used to like this game.
It's a game you do improve at, like the more you play it.
It feels really, I mean, that's probably why you still like it like this, is because that feeling of improving and feeling like you're doing things well, it's really rewarding in Agricola.
It is. Yeah.
Seeing your little family grow and all that. And I like the new cards you have for family growth, what those are
Oh
called.
yeah, the Urgent Wish for Children
Urgent.
in the revised edition.
Yeah.
Just a picture of the woods and
Yeah.
some hearts.
It's nice. It's very urgent.
It's a very urgent wish.
Yeah, I am glad you like this game because you are on a short list of people that I can
Ryan
play this
needs
game
you.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
you
in the
need me
you were in
more
the
than I
6-player
need
game, right,
you.
Caitlyn?
I was.
Yeah,
that was
epic.
a while
It was
ago. I
epic.
feel like over a year now.
Yeah, it was over a year ago, but
Yeah.
that's like a Hall of Fame level play there.
It was your play of the year, wasn't it?
It was my play of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Wow. Shocker.
Good to see it, Greco.
Okay.
That brings us to 11, right? This is the one that
brings us
just
to
missed it.
Number 11 that just missed the top 10. It's been a while since I've actually played this game too, but I just like the aspect of you get like your race or your person kind of card, and then there's the wars, the conflicts you have to go to. I realize that's going to sound confusing with the two words I just used, but number 11 goes to Dune Imperium.
Wow.
Oh, that's right.
That game was higher for you than I was expecting.
When I sent you this list, I was actually like forgetting that you had played this game because I
Yeah.
like forget who I've played certain games with.
I've barely played this game.
I played it
Probably a couple times or 3 times.
4 times maybe.
Okay, we should play it.
Wow. And
It's a
it's your 11. I mean, that's
Yeah, so
That's
it's probably been a
significant.
little while. So when you kind of think back on it, what are the things about it that kind of you remember liking about it?
I mean, I like the aspect of like you have to be careful with your resources because like certain spaces you need water to go to, and just the way you like the cards you can get from the deck. I like the one that looks like Zendaya personally. That's really why it's my number 11. It's just
It's the
that
only
one
game I
card.
have that has
our
Zendaya.
personal
in
list.
it.
Zendaya.
Great. You can just do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean the whole core mechanism in Dune of you're doing the deck building and then you use the card and that's what worker placement places you can go to and you do like both effects. It's just a really strong core mechanism driving the game.
Right, and I think what's interesting about this for me too is I'm not a huge deck builder game person.
I guess
In
that's
general,
true.
like they're not my favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, something about Dune Imperium, and it maybe helps that there's the conflict stuff you can do. But
It's
it
pretty
has
interactive.
been a while since I've played. But I just
Yeah.
remember always like leaving the game being like, I like that game.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, have only played it a couple times. It's been a long time. But like when I think of Dune Imperium, I don't think deck builder. And I don't know why that is. Am I just completely wrong? Because obviously
You're completely wrong
because obviously there is like buying cards, but I don't know. When I think of like a deck builder, I'm thinking of like that being like the main
it's not
thing.
quite as tight. Like
And,
you're
like,
not going to
this
see your
quick-
new cards as many times, but it's pretty fundamental to the game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because there's also a board and like worker
Yeah.
placement, so it's one mechanism amidst a lot versus maybe
Yeah.
some of the deck builders I've played where it's like that's the
Deck
thing.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot of what I like about it is you get the fun of deck building without it just being a Dominion reskin, which after Dominion kind of invented deck
Right.
building, there were so many games that kind of just did Dominion with new themes. And
Yeah.
So I think Dune does a good job of kind of sticking it in a large game. I actually, my wife and I watched Dune Part 2 last night.
Wow.
And I went.
What's your
I've,
rating?
I've seen that in the game.
Yeah.
Because the game is actually branded off the movies. So like all the art in the game, that's why it looks like Zendaya.
Yeah. That looks
Is like
That's
from
interesting.
from the
Yeah.
actual movies and stuff. Yeah, it was good.
Very, very cool. You recommend?
I recommend 8 out of 10 for Dune Part 2.
There you go. For those of you who clicked on this video to hear
Oh.
Ryan's rating on
There you go.
that.
That's actually kind of high.
8. It's higher than quite a few numbers.
Higher
I
than
think.
1 through 7 to be specific.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, the only thing better than numbers 20 through 11 is 10 through 1. And if you want to see Kaitlyn's 10 through 1, you can click right here once that video is released. And gosh, she spent so much time investing in this video, so you better freaking click on it. See you in the next one.